Introducing first in the ring to my left, please welcome Douglas James! And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the ring to my right, please welcome Eli
Here you go, two of Southern California's finest, Douglas James, Eli Everfly. These guys have been rivals since their careers started.
Well, Stu, from the fun and games of the Leftovers versus Revolt, we have a hyper-focused, super intense matchup.
Oh yeah, rivalry for the ages here in Southern California. These two coming up together, training together. They've probably sparred together thousands of times, and here they are under the bright lights, New Year's Eve, bar wrestling in front of this rabid crowd.
And you can feel the electricity in the air right here at Baldwin Park.
Big fight feel here.
James, all that momentum, and I'll tell you, there's nothing more dangerous than Eli Everfly with a full head of steam. Look at these two go. Absolutely incredible. Doug James seeming to have an answer for everything.
You blink, you might miss something here, Kathy.
Jeez.
These guys are...
Wow, shoulders of Eli down. Just a one count for Douglas James.
Oh, look at this.
Wow. Quick roll up from Eli.
You know, all the fancy maneuvers from Eli Everfly, still knows the basic fundamentals with a roll up there. He'll surprise you out there.
Absolutely, and 100% the intensity is there between both competitors, but with two people that know each other so well, how does anybody get an upper hand?
I know, you got these two know each other so well, like you said. They've literally came up together, trained together, and this is probably the biggest fight these two have ever had against each other.
Definitely a first-time singles matchup here at Bar for these two. Cover. So quick, everything is moving with such a... Wow, the stare down.
This is great.
What
this
is it?
Fantastic.
Is it respect? Is it, you know,
it's just a matter of waiting for one guy to make one false move, and that's going to be the difference here. That's how well matched up these two are. Doug James a little bit more ground and pound. He's got that MMA background along with all of the other skills. I mean, the guy's got it. He's a 20-tool player, Douglas James. We know that.
100%. But Eli Everfly, when he takes to the skies, there's no stopping him. But a big drop kick to the mush from Douglas James might take him out. Speared by Ironheart Douglas James. Douglas James right on that apron. Double knees to Eli Everfly. And the fly is down.
Just pancaked him.
Trying to clip the wings of the fly.
Exactly. That's the best way to keep an airplane out of the sky is to get rid of the wings.
Absolutely. Douglas James, though, of all people, knows how dangerous Eli Everfly is as soon as he gets up on those ropes.
These guys are both Santino guys, right?
Both Santinos, absolutely. So both of them brought up with the Santino tough mentality. Both have a pretty...
You're a Santino girl, aren't you?
I am a Santino girl through and through.
I thought you seemed really tough.
You know, like...
Uh-oh, what is he doing here?
If you're watching on the High Spots Network, you certainly have a better view than we are, so we've lost some visibility, but...
Did he just kick him in
I just heard an impact.
Possibly he kicked him in the fly. Following up with a couple uppercut shots here. It's getting personal now.
Yeah, you
Doug James does not want to get shown up on New Year's Eve here at Ball Drop.
No way. No love lost between these two for sure. Eli Everfly up off that, oh my gosh, off the middle rope, taking out Doug James at ringside. The people that got here early for those ringside standing room only, they certainly are getting their money's worth. The action's coming right to them, Stu.
We still got 2 more hours till 2020 here. Is that
just garbage?
Well, I guess all respect is out the window now.
Wow.
This just got personal.
Eli trying to throw out Douglas James like yesterday's trash. Eli again over the top rope, able to duck a clothesline from Doug James. Jeez, the fake out kick and a stiff shot. Oh, little tangle there. Doug James knocked Loopy on his feet. Eli off the, oh, that DDT. Wow. DDT to Douglas James once more.
Spiked him on his head there.
Oh, and is here where it ends. Is here where it ends for Douglas James. Oh.
2 count
Just a
from
2
referee
count.
Nick Bonanno.
Eli Everfly, definitely a bar faithful. We've seen him here over and over. Doug James, though, just recently returning to bar in November after a year away. A year ago that month, he had actually suffered what could have been a career-ending hip injury right in this very building.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, last month, Doug James made his return, and he is ready to ring in 2020 in a big way, but he's got to get on his feet.
Well, Eli
Absorbing
Everfly ringing in 2020 with these shots to the face, but Doug James saying, hey, you got to do better than that.
Doug James seems to be absorbing the impacts of Eli Everfly and firing back with even more ferocity.
Oh, jeez, these two guys knocking the crap out of each other.
Slugging away at one another in the center of the ring here in Baldwin Park. Backhand and a knee strike from Douglas James. Wow, Eli Everfly. Big cutter from Douglas James. Eli Everfly tossed into the corner, but returns a cutter of his own to the Ironheart. Oh gosh, great minds think alike.
Yeah. Both of these guys know each other so well, like we said over and over again. There's the proof in the pudding that we're not just pretty faces over here. We know what we're talking about.
What we're talking about, but when they know each other so well, it leads to a collision right in the center of the ring.
Both men down for the count. And this sold-out capacity crowd here at Bar Wrestling 50, they want these guys to dig a little deeper, don't they, Kathy?
Stu, all of the people here in attendance that have seen either of these competitors in action, they know what they're capable of, and they want to see what more they have to bring to the table. We're setting the table for 2020 right here. Douglas James, a lot of intensity. All that momentum built up. Follows Eli Everfly into a corner with a big strike. Eli Everfly with for the Quesadora. Wow, just the volume on these chops from Eli Everfly. Eli up on that top rope. Oh no, but caught up on the shoulders of Douglas James. Wow. I think some teeth flying out of the mouth of Eli Everfly. Clothesline from Douglas James, hooking the leg of the Fly. The Fly, Eli Everfly gets his shoulder up.
Wow. That was a short arm clothesline from hell right there. Doug James landing all of that, but somehow Eli digging deep, kicking out, living to fight, living to fly another day.
Living to fly another day for sure, but Douglas James does everything he does with such incredible intensity. He wants to prove that he is the greatest competitor in the world. And how you do it is by ending the year with a win at Bar Wrestling. And now Eli Everfly up on the shoulders of Doug James, able to fight his way off the ropes. That Quesadora.
Oh,
wow.
There's a cutter right there.
Oh.
A Venus flytrap right there.
Now Eli with the cover on Douglas James. Douglas James, shoulder up. Eli Everfly, you can tell the frustrations are mounting. Everything that these two have put their bodies through, and neither one can get that pinfall victory yet.
These guys both going into deep water here. Oh my goodness, what a knee to the mush.
James up on that top turnbuckle, but Eli
answers with a flying, spinning heel kick. He's telling people, get out of the way. What's he got in mind here, Kathy?
Oh, gosh. It's probably something dangerous if we know Eli Everfly. If you don't get nervous during at least once during an Eli Everfly match, you're not watching the same match as we are. Holy moly! Power bombed off the top turnbuckle. Eli able to maneuver out and out, cross-face it. Oh, no. What kind of, wow, look at the ring awareness of Eli Everfly.
Almost out of instinct there, just desperately reaching out there with his foot there, getting the rope, breaking the hold. Douglas James, a legit tough guy. He's got the cauliflower ears, he's got the killer body, he's got the move set, he's got it all. What he needs now is a victory here against Eli Everfly, but that's not going to come easy.
Absolutely not. Eli Everfly is throwing everything he's got, and so is Douglas James, and James certainly a well-known submission-style wrestler as well. Held the submission title at Santino Brothers.
Oh, my goodness. These guys just... Oh, well, wait a minute there. Okay, now things are getting more personal here.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
big headbutt.
Jesus.
Rock-solid dome of Douglas James. Oh, no. Looking for a pile driver.
Spike, tombstone, pile driver. This thing got personal in a hurry, Kathy.
Up to the top rope, looking for that frog splash. Eat your heart out!
A reverse? Have you ever seen anybody do that? A reverse frog splash? That was incredible.
Oh no, and Eli! Shoulders of Douglas James are pinned!
Wow. What did I tell you, Kathy? A roll-up. Eli Everfly at the end of the day using fundamental wrestling.
The same move that got Eli Everfly a victory over The Miz at SmackDown.
Is that what that was?
That was. It's when you break it down, all the high flying, everything that Eli Everfly does, taking it back down, as you said, to the fundamentals, got him the win here at Bar
listen,
Wrestling.
he can fly around. We know he's got the air miles to prove it, but he's got the wrestling background. Eli is not someone to be overlooked, and he just proved it right there with a roll-up. And Doug James is not going to take this kindly. You know, I said these two came up together. I didn't say they liked each other. Spitting in each other's face at one point during this contest, but Doug James extending the hand. Oh, look at this.
At the end of the day, it's a brotherhood, it's family. But Eli Everfly stands victorious in the ring tonight at Bar Wrestling.